Buenos tardes, everybody. It is Monday, the 5th of June, as I record this here, and I am just sitting back wondering what to talk about, and I remembered that there was a delightful thing that I wanted to chat with at least somebody. Maybe not necessarily all of you are into this subject, because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Today we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically, we're talking about one of the cooler things I think Konami, the company behind Yu-Gi-Oh!, has basically ever done. Now, if you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! At all, then you're probably aware of their 25th anniversary event that they're doing. Initially there was a special box, had some promo cards in it, plus packs of the first 5 sets, but they're also doing a reprint of the first 5 sets. Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Pharaoh's Servant, all that jazz, as actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Boxes that you'll be able to buy at your local game store for the price of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Box. This is really cool because it lets newer players of the game get the experience of opening up the oldest packs we've ever had for Yu-Gi-Oh! And as someone who played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since the beginning, I personally think that's really cool. But that is not what I'm here to talk about today. You see, while the 25th anniversary product line is really cool, it's not the coolest thing Konami has done for the game, for the LGS, and for the players. You see, back in ye olden days, when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was first being brought over to the West, to America and Europe, a lot of the early card art was censored for international audiences. Either some small details were changed, or the entire art was altered and given a fresh coat of paint, mostly to appeal to Western sensibilities and to not upset the parents who would be buying their kids these cards. Spoiler alert, a lot of parents ended up seeing these cards as satanic anyway. I know that from personal experience. Anywho, fast forward 25 years, well, actually more like 20-ish years, whenever 2018 was, and Konami announces something called the Lost Art Promo. And here's how it works. You see, you, little Timmy, go into your LGS and you spend $30 or more on any sealed Yu-Gi-Oh! Product, and your LGS in turn will hand you a promotional card, a promotional Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, a little bonus for your purchase, and it will be a card with the original Japanese art included. This can be anything from the lineup. Some months had Exodia, some months had Dark Magician Girl, and the one that I was most hyped about was Don Zalug with the original guns from the Japanese art. This is really cool. This promotion, this little event, is cool for a bunch of reasons, and it helps out the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Ecosystem in such a unique and creative way that I can't help but admire it and wish that other card games had something like it. You see, the Lost Art promo, it helps out in a bunch of ways, and I think every part of the equation gets a benefit from it. You see, the store owners, they get the benefit of having more people being more likely to spend their money on sealed product to get these special little bonus cards. The people who spend their money, the players, the collectors, the investors, are further incentivized to buy the product because, hey, you receive a neat little bonus, one that might be worth something down the road, or maybe it's a card that you want to use in your deck. Because there are a lot of cool cards that are part of this promotion. There's Lightsworn cards, again, there's Exodia, Dark Magician Girl, all kinds of good stuff. And I think it's really neat that Konami, in this one move, has managed to make a promotion that benefits the LGS and the players at the same time. And I think that's just really cool, and I really, I'm going to harp on about that a lot because, again, I do wish that there was something like this for other TCGs, both Pokemon, Magic, Force of Will, Flesh and Blood, all the other ones that I've looked at and played. Magic used to have something similar to this, called the Player Rewards Program, I believe it was called. Basically, you would go to DCI sanctioned events, and the DCI was the old Magic the Gathering tournament play that they used to have back in the day. You would get a little card with a number on it. Not the point. You would go to these events, you would play a number of them, and then in the mail you would receive a promo card. They stopped that, and I understand why. Presumably it cost them a lot of money to send out, mail out individually packaged cards to potentially thousands of players across the United States. But I do wish that something like that replaced it, I wish that there was something like the Lost Art promo for Magic the Gathering or Pokemon where you spend a minimum amount at your LGS and you get a promo. And no, for those of you who are gonna hop in the comment section saying, what about Biobox promos? It's not really the same. Biobox promos are basically just extra cards from the set you're given. I'm referring to a set neutral promo that you get just for spending money at the LGS, agnostic to the box itself, one that's not tied to a specific product, rather one that's tied to the LGS and the experience of going to the LGS, because I think that would go a long way to not necessarily revitalize interest in the LGS, but it would go a long way to making players more interested in spending their money at an LGS, because, you spend the money, you get the nice little promo. It's a neat thing. I don't know why Wizards of the Coast doesn't do this. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't do this. But I do know that Konami does it, and I don't really play Yu-Gi-Oh! Boys, I have got to tell you, I absolutely fucking hate modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because I basically can't read the cards. There's a bazillion lines of text. The rules are crazy funky. You have to know timing. You have to know, the position of the stars. You have to know what day of the week it is for an effect to work. But I do play Edison, and Edison is a throwback format to 2010, 2011. It's really fun. I play it once or twice a week. And there are a lot of cards in the Lost Art promo that are legal in Edison, like Celestia, Lightsworn Angel, who's a card that I went out and bought 4 copies of the Lost Art version just so I could have 3 for my deck and 1 for holding on to in the collection. I thought it was really neat. And I think that something like this, a neat little bonus that anyone could get for spending the minimum amount of money at the LGS for whatever game. Again, it doesn't just have to be for Magic. It could be for Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, Force of Will. I think that's really neat. I think that's really cool. And I wish other card games did this because it's such a cool thing. Anywho, that's really all I've got for you guys today. Just wanted to ramble on about that because I thought it's a really cool thing. I will talk to you guys later. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. And remember, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls.